Hello everyone. So I have been on my moon time. If you're not familiar with that, that would be your period. And I've just really been witnessing how my womb holds so much space for me, so much space for all parts of myself and everything that I feel. And it inspired me to reflect on today how we can envelop ourselves in the energy of our womb and really hold space for all parts of ourselves and all that we feel. Think of our aura, our energetic field around us, being our womb, and then holding the space for us to feel and be all that we are without any judgment, releasing and moving through it, alchemizing it as needed. This is really a key factor in embracing our beauty and expressing ourselves, feeling motivated to even be confident and expressing ourselves just freely, fully, authentically as us. Because if we don't connect to these feelings and hold space for these feelings, then how can we be whole? And I equate beauty to wholeness. Being beautiful, embracing your beauty is all about feeling whole and being in harmony with yourself. And we can really bring this full circle around when we hold space for ourselves and all that we feel. So to go a little bit deeper into this, I noticed that a lot of women who struggle with beauty perfectionism, including myself, have this side right here. There's two sides. We're focused on this side right now. So this side where we have all of these ideas of who, how, what we should be, how we want to look, all of our desires of who and how we want to be, and we are doing all the things necessary to get to that point, and we are so focused on that. We are so focused on our egos, thoughts, mind patterns, and words, just talk of what we need to do to get to that point. And then on this side, we can think of it as like our beauty perfectionist's shadow, where she over here says, I'm not this idea of beauty that you have. I'm not beautiful. I'm not good enough. I can't do that. I can't express myself confidently because I don't have that charisma. I don't have that oomph to me. I am not super unique like this girl over here that I see that aligns with my idea of beauty. I'm not like her. There's a lot of comparisons that lie in this space. There's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of anxiety, insecurity, so much in this space. And if we just take a step back, both of these sides are one and the same. So they both have these energies and they kind of build off of each other. Here's the I'm not good enough side beneath this side, and here's a side that is working to become and feel good enough. But we'll look at it from a separate view. So here they are, right? Well, these two are resisting each other because, how can we be this full, beautiful versions of ourselves if we feel not good enough and not beautiful? If we have this identity that is of not good enough, ugly, not beautiful, whatever is in this space, whatever perspective that you have of yourself. So how can we get to this point if we're feeling this way? Well, a lot of us tend to ignore this side of us and hyper focus on doing all the things that we need to do to get to this point. For example, let's say, just keep a simple example. Like I'm feeling like I'm looking ugly today, right? And I'm seeing all of my flaws and I'm wanting to feel beautiful and just good enough. But I can't because I'm seeing all these flaws and it's stressing me out. And I'm just like, okay, let me just put my makeup on, and I'm just trying to avoid all of that stress. Even though I'm still feeling it, I'm trying to avoid it. I'm trying to get away from it. And I'm trying to create this beautiful, beautiful version of myself so that I can feel beautiful. Well, I'm not holding space for all that I'm feeling. And how can we truly be beautiful and feel whole if we aren't holding this space for ourselves, if we're not acknowledging these feelings? And how can we truly merge both of these sides into a divine union to be our most beautiful selves and embrace ourselves as beautiful, feel confident, and just express our unique, fucking amazing selves if we are resisting. If you think about it, when you tap into those energies of self-doubt, uncertainty, anxiety, stress, whatever you feel, like think about feeling not good enough and think about wanting to reach a certain goal or feel good enough or just whatever idea that you have that feels amazing to you. And then tap into those feelings that say that you can't be that. All of those feelings of not good enough, all of those perspectives that you have of yourself, that you aren't beautiful, that you're not good enough, that you can't present yourself confidently, that you're just this shy, insecure girl, all of those feelings, everything from that place, I like to say, coming from that lack vibration, that lack energy, tap into that and notice how overwhelming it can be. All of these energies just start working up inside of you and they're just like they're so intense. And it's so overwhelming to your ego, because here your ego it's very precise. It's very particular about what it wants to create and what needs to be in order to feel safe, comfortable, and confident. It's created this idea that in order to be safe, feel good enough, etc., that you have to reach this point. And so there's not a lot of space that can be held here because it's not open to feeling those energies, because it doesn't identify with it. It doesn't want to identify with it. It's like, no, that is not part of me. No, I'm trying to get to this point. I'm trying to feel good enough. My point is that our ego cannot understand all of these feelings because it's just so disconnected from it. And all of these energies that we feel in our body, they're all in motion. And these feelings desire to be understood. Think about yourself when you are trying to explain yourself to somebody, or when you're trying to talk to somebody and get them to understand you and see you for your truth and who you really are, and they're just not understanding you. It can be pretty overwhelming. You know, you could be like, no, I'm trying, no, you're understanding me wrong. No, I didn't mean it that way. No, I'm sorry. It was right. And there's so much like uncertainty and just like frazzled energy. This is in the same way us wanting to be understood. Our feelings want to be understood. We want to be understood for our truth and who we really are. And our feelings, these energies in motion, also have very important information to bring to us if we just pay attention to it and truly listen to it and connect with it. That's just a little side note. That's for another day. So how can we hold this space for ourselves? There's so many different elements. However, the energy of the womb and the theme of the womb is something that I want to stick with, and something that really sticks out to me with that loving, nurturing, mothering energy is listening with love. Lovingly listening is what I'll call it. Just lovingly listening to yourself. So first off, we must become aware of how we are feeling first, right? We can't get all caught up in what we're feeling in a big wave and let it take over us, let it knock us down. We must see it, become aware of it, feel it in our bodies. That's the number one way to become aware of it, is first off, oh, I'm feeling insecure. I'm not feeling good enough right now. I'm feeling stressed. I'm feeling this anxiety. I'm feeling this anger, whatever comes up for you, right? Feeling it. And then inquiring a little bit about it by opening up and holding space for it. How am I feeling right now? And why am I feeling this way? And just giving yourself that space to really tune into that feeling and let that feeling speak to you. Let it speak to you truly, authentically, without judgment, letting it speak to you. And in this way, letting it settle into your being, letting it be understood through just simply being. And also our breath is a very important aspect in this. Breathing as we listen to what is being told to us, as we listen to our feelings, as we give space for them to open up and expand and flow through our being. Breathing is a great way to help these energies move through, but also it's a very powerful way to stay present in being and keep this space that you're holding. Because when we are present, we are very open to all that we feel. We are very open to all parts of ourselves. We allow them to flow, we allow them to integrate, we allow ourselves to just simply be. The last thing that I want to share would be just providing yourself with love as you do this. Just like that. I mean, you can do it however you want, however you feel called to, but just listening to yourself, that is the best way to be understood, you know? Like, really, someone doesn't really even have to logically understand you. I know that when I'm talking to people sometimes, when I'm trying, not really trying, but, you know, like talking, expressing myself, sometimes you just want a listening ear. And that is what the energy of my womb was like feeling and spoke to me to share. Just to recap, obviously, we have to be aware of how we are feeling. So there's that. And then further, listening, holding this space. You can even do this motion. I noticed myself like opening up your chest a little bit and letting your body know, letting your mind know through your body's movement that I am open to feel whatever I'm feeling right now, and talk to it, you know, ask about why it's feeling this way. Ask about what emotion is actually present, what emotions, what energies in motion are present within me, and give them that space to move around and be heard and be understood. Breathe with them to help them flow through and integrate and bring you wisdom. And lastly, love. Give yourself love. So I'm trying to see if there's any other pieces, and I don't think that there is. I think that's all. I send you so much love. I'm very giddy today. I feel like I want to say more, but I think that's it. I'll probably think of some stuff afterwards and I'll be like, oh fuck, I should have added that. But whatever. There will probably be stuff in the caption. That's where I'll put it at. So anyways, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you remember to hold this space for yourself, because in this holding space is where you meet all parts of yourself, merge into wholeness, and are able to truly embrace all of your beauty, feel confident, and express yourself freely as you truly authentically are, as you uniquely are. Mwah.